soft wind, ambience. Something was different in Whispering Valley.
Not the river, not the trees, not even the air.
It was the sky. Golden leaves drifted slowly through the valley. The summer heat had softened into crisp mornings. Luna, the white fox, stood on the ridge, watching long V-shaped flocks of birds cutting across the sky. Ash joined Luna. Ash said they're early. Luna replied, "No, they're on time." High above, Orion circled once, then landed unusually, quietly. Atter ran up from the meadow, then said the geese
The geese are gone! All of them!
Ash looked toward the empty sky, then replied to Water.
They always come back.
Orion's eyes narrowed, and he said to the fox,
Not all journeys return the same.
Days passed. The deer gathered in larger herds. The rabbits dug deeper burrows. Even the insects seemed quieter. Moss stood at the edge of the forest staring south. Ash the red fox approached him, then asked him,
You're not leaving too, are you?
Then Moose says, I travel when food thins. The northern forest still holds green leaves.
Ash then said to the moose, This is our home. Moss replied, Home changes.
That night, wind moved through the valley with a hollow sound. Leaves lifted and spiraled. Luna woke suddenly. She heard something unfamiliar. Morning revealed bare branches where thick leaves once hung. Otter looked at the shrinking meadow and said,
If everyone leaves, what happens to the valley? In the desert, we don't wait for loss. We prepare for it. So we just watch our friends walk away? Migration is not abandonment. It is trust is hardest when goodbye stands in front of you.
The deer gathered to depart. Ash stood before them and said,
You don't have
A
to
young
go.
deer stepped forward. The meadow won't feed us through frost. Moss finally spoke. I will travel north with them. River voice trembled.
For how long? Until the green returns. The valley had survived floods, it had survived drought, but it had never survived emptiness.
The migration began at sunrise. Hooves echoed softly. Wings filled the sky. Ash, the red fox, watched until the last shape disappeared beyond the hills. Otter whispered to Ash, It feels smaller. Luna, it feels quieter. Orion, it feels like autumn.
And autumn is not the end. It is the test of what remains.
Days grew shorter. Frost traced the edges of grass. Ash tried keeping spirits high. We still love the spring. We still have each other. But Otter noticed fewer fish. Luna noticed fewer tracks. Even Soul seemed restless. Soul said to Ash, The cold will come faster than you think. Ash looked toward the horizon and replied, Then we prepare. Under Orion guidance, the animals began storing food. Otter gathered river stones to reinforce the spring channel. Luna helped smaller animals insulate burrows with fallen leaves. Ash organized patrol routes to watch for early frost.
Leaves stacked, paths cleared, shelters reinforced.
One night, heavy winds arrived, stronger than before. A branch crashed across the spring channel, blocking flow. Water began pooling backward. River the Otter panicked. If it freezes like this, the channel will crack. Ash reacted immediately. And Moss isn't here. We must move it ourselves. The branch inside the water was massive. Ash pushed. Luna dug beneath it. Otter wedged stones for leverage. Soul directed positioning. The wind howled. Leaves blasted across the valley. The branch inside the water shifted slightly. Ash strained harder. Again. Together, Ash, Luna, and Otter rolled it aside just as water began flowing freely again. The spring steadied. The wind slowly eased. The first frost arrived the next morning. Thin silver across the meadow, but the spring still flowed. Smoke-like, mist rose from warm water against cold air. Ash stood quietly and said,
It feels different.
Luna said it is different. Orion replied, but yet it remains. Otter smiled faintly. But what about the other animals? They'll come back, right? Orion looked toward the southern sky and replied, the brave always return. Snow clouds gathered faintly on the horizon. Sol watched them carefully. Winter will not whisper like autumn. Ash inhaled the cold air and said, then we won't whisper either.
As the last leaves fell in Whispering Valley, the valley did not feel empty anymore. It felt ready. Because winter is not patient, and it is already on its way.